Welcome to Blackwater Tech. In this video I'm going to show you how to remove, service and replace these hoses. This should be done once a year. Normally with the DSV and mouthpiece assembly, obviously you take it off, you rinse it through, and the servicing of the DSV is covered in your Mod 1 course. However, not covered is how to clean these hoses. Now they don't get as dirty as the main DSV assembly, but the exhalation hose, which is this one, will get some dirt and some gunk built up over time. So what we need to do to remove these hoses, you need a number 5 Allen key, and you can see in there you've got the bolt, and a washer. So I'm just going to take that nut out, or screw, whatever you call it. So people are very surprised when they take this off for the first time, or they didn't realise you could do it. It can be absolutely filthy. Alright, now to take these hoses out, remember that you've got a plastic ring in there, which is just in the second convolution. So I get my fingers underneath and I'm just going to twist and pull, which can be quite hard to do, particularly if it's been in there for a very long time. Sometimes you may need to put the head between your legs, get a firm grip on it. There, now you can see this is super clean. Now if you do this for the first time on yours, this will be absolutely filthy and it will stink. So these O-rings are in your JJ O-ring service kit. So what we do is you can get in here probably for the first time in a year, or maybe more if you didn't realise you could do this. You can take this whole hose, you can wash it and clean it, disinfect it using a bottle brush to go in and out there, making sure it's nice and clean. Take these O-rings off. 1, 2. Clean out the channel. Okay. Clean the O-rings, inspect them for damage. They will get quite flat over time, so it's worth changing every year. Okay. Now what you should be aware of is that both these hoses are actually different sizes. These holes here, you can see that's 1, 2. Make that nice and greasy. Clean out that. And now to get the other one off. Now with the other one off, what I've got is my HUD running through there. I always have my HUD running through there just to keep it tidy on setup and reduce entanglement risks. So ideally we want to take that out to avoid damaging. So Torx 20. You've got these two screws to take out. Okay, that's 1. Okay, just going to carefully lift that off. It's quite firmly in place. So you've got the 5-pin connection there. Let's put those screws off to one side. Okay, same thing. Gonna get my fingers around that second convolution. Twist and pull. Okay, you can see that this was done recently. So the same as the last hose I did. Now what you'll notice, that goes in there very easy, but it's loose. That one doesn't go in there, so you can't put them on back to front. Okay, so obviously same maintenance on this bit as the last one. Okay, back in, make sure you push all the way down. So you can see this washer sits over there when it's in, and that's what holds everything in place. I mean, it can be quite tough to get out if they've been in there a while, but okay, so I'm going to push that one back in, reconnect my hod, making sure I push it all the way down, lining up the arrows there. Drop your screws back in. And you deal with these in the same way you do the battery block. Remember, these are screwing into helicoils, so don't over tighten them, otherwise the helicoil will just reverse up and come up higher than the level of the dowel ring. So if you've watched the video on the battery changing, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, screw them all the way in, and then use your thumb and forefinger just with enough tension there so you can't move it with two fingers. That's how you know you've got enough. Alright, so that's one in there. Next one. Make sure you push it all the way down. Yep. Slide the washer in. Okay. You might just need to move it across. Take the nut. Now when you're putting the nut back in, what you've got to be careful of is that you don't squash the convolution here. So sometimes, yeah, you can see there, this was the original position because it's flat along there. That's where the screw was last time. Okay, it's just exactly where I want it, because you don't want to pinch the hose. Okay, screw in. Okay, so that's how to remove and replace the head hoses. Just wash, clean them as necessary, and just remember, do this once a year. You'll be very surprised at how dirty they get. Also, it is part of the loop, but quite often overlooked. So it's worth keeping them well disinfected. Okay, thanks guys.